Hey everybody, this is Alex Merced from alexmercedcoder.com, and in this video what I'm doing is I'm going to be, in the next few videos I'll be doing a mini build with NextJS just to kind of illustrate some of its features. So what I did to do so, so this video is going to be the setup. I created a little mini API, so literally like I created some data, so it's just literally some dummy data. So this is just an array of titles, bodies using some lorem ipsum text, okay, and then an image, which is just the puppy, and it's the same image every time. Okay, so it's just literally dummy API, and literally this is the API. That's the extent of the code, the Express code, because it's just two endpoints, one that actually gives you the entire array, and one that can give you one item from the array. That's literally it. I created that just to kind of illustrate what we're going to be doing with Next.js. I just want to show you guys this so you guys know where I'm coming from. So hopefully you guys are familiar with Express, but if not, literally this is the entire code for that Express server. Like that's literally it. So let me actually run the server real quick. Node server.js. Actually probably be in the folder. Right click API, open an integrated terminal. Node server.js, just to show you that it's working. Okay. So let's go to localhost. Actually, it's right. I have it open right over here. So if I go to localhost 4444, see there's all the data for all the supposed blog posts. And then if I type in the index of one of them, so let's say index 2, so that'd be the third post, I get post number 3. So that's all the API endpoints I'm making. It's all that's really necessary to illustrate what I want to show with Next.js. Okay, but that's done. Now we're going to do is create a Next.js project. So I'm going to close these terminals, and I'm going to open one up in this project folder. So I'm making a project. So this project folder is going to have two folders. It has our API, which is the Express API, and then I'm going to have a folder with a React app, which should be npx create. I think it's next. Oh, let's just take a look at the Next documentation. Next.js. There we go. Next.js. Okay, setup. Yep, let's create next app. Okay. So create next app, and then we're going to call it practice project. So we do that, and it's going to create thing. It's installing the application, setting it all up for me. So now if I go in here in project 1, I have two folders, the API and practice. So I'm going to cd into practice, and just show you what we got here. And really, if you've never used Next.js, we go to package.json to see the scripts. So we're going to be running the dev script while we practice. So I would just do npm run dev, and this runs the dev server that basically continually builds the application as we practice. So right now we haven't built anything yet, so it's just going to give us our default project. Okay, so that's on port 3000. So let's open up localhost 3000. Okay, and that's basically your basic page. Okay, which is going to be the index.js and pages. So basically the way this works is that each page, because again, this is essentially building an app for you. So this is your index page. This is like the index of your page. So that main route. If I were to create another route, so let's say I were to make a copy of this, and then paste it in here, and we'll call it rename hello. And then let's get rid of most of this. So you can see here my bird in the background, but let's get rid of pretty much everything between the two divs, just to illustrate how this works. Div. Okay, and I'm just going to write h1 hello world. Okay, and then I'm going to turn on the server, so that way it recompiles. Okay, cool. So now that we have, notice that this hello.js is in this pages folder. So now when I go to /hello, I get the hello world. Okay, neat. Okay, so notice I didn't have to like create routes like you would with like React Router. This is all generated at compile time. It compiles it and figures this out. It just assumes that any file here in your pages folder is going to be a page. Okay. Now, you may want to create like some components that are not pages. Okay, you may want to put them somewhere else. Like, let's see here where they have some of these other ones. So like, I know this index here. They got head. Okay, but that's part of the next library. But if you want to create your own components, oftentimes you'll create a new folder called components, and we'll have that available to us in case we need it. And there we can create like little pieces that are not separate pages. But that's basically how Next works. The main thing is to put pages here. Now let me create another one. Copy, paste. We'll call this rename hello. Actually, I don't want to call it that. We'll call this hello. And when you put it in brackets, it means a URL param. But I want to make this, put this in a folder called hello. And then put this in that folder. Move. Okay, and what that's going to do is that we're going to do hello, then a param, and then I should be able to grab it from somewhere. Let's go back to the dynamic routes. Let's just remember how to grab those. I want to just grab the params for now. Start now, page path depends on external, implement, get markdown, get post page. I get that. Post. I want to get the params. Here we go. Post IDs. Forgot how to grab it. Let's do the quick search. Grabbing URL params in NextJS. Okay. Import link from next link. Use router, no. Import router from next router. URL prop is deprecated as an extra. The query parameters use get initial props. So let's see here. Const about. Query. Got it. Okay, so we need to do this. So that would go then below here. Get initial props. And path name about query. I want to just do this props, return props. Bird just flew in my head. Okay, and then what I want to do is put props in here. And what I want to do is just console log those props for a moment. So I know what I got. C. This is going to be hello slash cheese. That's fine. Import styles from module CSS. So let me just get rid of that line. I don't care about CSS in here. What is it still complaining about? About is not defined. Where? Oh, that's right. This is going to be called home at the moment. Oh, this is referring to the styles, which I got rid of. So I'm going to get rid of that for a moment. Circular structure, get initial props, results. me just do this. Get rid of that. Let's just see what the props are in there initially. There we go. Control Shift I. Object. No data. Can I see in the dev tools? No props. Static path. Next page. Get static props, catch all routes. Okay, let's just use get static props. So there's two functions. Get static props, which gives you, when it tells, it's going to tell NextJS to render the page statically. And two, it allows you to define what's going to be in the props to that page. So we have to use that function. And let me just go find it. Actually, I don't want to do get static paths yet. We'll do that in the next video. Get static props, get static props. Here we go. This is export this function. Control C, and then let's go to back to here. And what this does, it says, okay, it's going to do this before it builds the component. I'm just going to do props and get post data. I'm going to keep this all simple. And we're just going to return props. I just want all the things for now. Save. Just make sure it's compiling fine. Compiled successfully. Let's go back to here. Let's take a look at what's in those props. Still nothing. Interesting. App container, error boundary. Return query. So let's do this. Return. I want to get birds attacking my headphones. Params query, and then we will just return an object with params and query. Save. Get static paths required for dynamic. More. This error happened while generating the page. I guess we'll have to do get static path, which means we'll have to continue this in the next video. But the idea is that you get the idea that it judges the file path of what page is based on where the files are in this pages folder. So this hello.js is just localhost 3000/hello. This hello.js is hello slash, and then the square brackets mean like a param, so it just means like a variable, kind of like an express where you could do like a colon variable. The question is just trying to remember how to pull that variable out. But what we can do is, I'll just take this out for a moment. But you can see that regardless of what I type here, cheese, Gouda, see, it keeps hitting that same route because that's what's relatively there. So see, pages, hello, and then this is a param. So my name is Alex Merced from Alex Merced Coder. I'll see you in the next video where we'll actually get deeper into the how to get static paths, get static props methods. Ciao.